Okay, so now we're going to do what we call the least common multiple. So the way to find the least common multiple is so you take 10 and say 3, okay? Now what you want to do is you want to find the prime factorization of each number. So 10 is going to be 5 and 2. And then 3 is going to be 3 and 1, okay? Then what you do is let's write out all the factors that we see in this factor tree. So we have a 1, and then we have a 2, and we have a 3, and then we have 5. Then what you want to do is you want to see for each of these factors which one has the highest power. If you notice here, everything is 1, right? So the least common multiple here is 1 times 2 times 3 times 5. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 5 is 30. So the final answer is 30. So let's try another one. Let's try 14 and 6. So try doing that on your own. Okay, so now let's factor out 14, which is going to be 7 and 2, and 6, which is going to be 2 and 3. Are these in prime? Yes, they are. So let's write out what the factors that we have. We have a 2, we have a 3, then we have a 7. Okay? And in this case, the highest power for each one is 1, right? Okay. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then 6 times 7 is 42. Sure enough, 42 goes into both of them. Let's try a couple more. Actually, let's try one more that has just only numbers, then we'll go into monomials. Let's see, let's try 24 and 36. Pause the video and try it on your own. Okay, so to do this one, let's do a factor tree of 24. That's going to be 6 times 4. Which is also going to be 2 times 3, and then 2 times 2 for 4. And then here, 36 is going to be 6 times 6, which is going to be 2 times 3, and then 2 times 3. Alright, now what we're going to do here is for the number 24, we're going to write out the powers, the prime power forms. So it's going to be 2 to the 1, 2, 3 third power times 3, and then for 36 it's going to be 2 to the second power times 3 to the second power. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to write out we're going to find what the factors that both of these have in common. So we have a 2, and then we have a 3, right? Now what you need to do is you have to look at the powers for 2, see which one has the greatest power. So here for 24 we have 2 to the third power, and then we have 2 to the second power. So we would have to write 2 to the third power here, and then for 3 over here for number 24 it's just 3 to the 1 power, but for 36 3 to the second power. So that's why we would have to multiply 3 to the second power. So let me reiterate the rule. What you do is you do a factor tree, okay, for both numbers. Then, right, you write in the prime power form for each one. Right. Then what you do is you multiply any factors that both these numbers have. So they're 2 and 3s, right? Then you have to determine which one has the highest power for each factor. So for this case, 2 2 to the third power is higher than 2 to the second power. So you would have to multiply 2 to the third power times. And then 3 to the 1 is less than 3 to the 2. So you have to multiply this by 3 to the second power. And then this should get us our LCM or LCD. Okay? 2 to the third power is 8. 3 to the second power is 3 times 3 is 9. So the final answer should be 72. Alright, let's try another one. Let's try now one with monomials, okay? So we have 18xy squared. And then we're going to have 15y cubed. So let's factor these out. So 18 becomes 9 times 2. 9 is 3 times 3. Okay, so if we factor this out, we get 3 squared times 2. Then we just bring down our xy squared. For 15, it's going to be 5 times 3. Okay, so then that is going to be 3 times 5 times y cubed. Okay, so now what we do is we multiply all the factors that these, well, not necessarily share, but just all these that these have. Okay, so we have a 3. Okay, we have a 2. We have a 5. We have an x, and we have a y. Oh, sorry, we just have a y. Okay, so we have 3, 2, 5, x, and y. Okay, now we have to look at which one has the highest power for each of these numbers and variables. So in this case, 3 to the second power is the highest. How about 2? Well, 2 is just 2. Okay, how about 5? 5 is just 5. How about for x? There's only one x, right? Now what about for y? Be y cubed. Okay, because y cubed is greater than y squared. Alright, so multiply that out. So 3 times 3, 3 squared is 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 5 is, well, here we get 40. Bring over the 4. 5 times 1 is 5. So it's 90. And then we have x. And then y cubed. So the answer should be 90 xy cubed.